What is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the SoBackSports Podcast, and we're so back with another episode. We are inching our way to playoff football. The season went by extremely fast, and we're going to be doing our pick'ems. The Bears had a great victory. We have a lot to talk about when it comes to the matchups in the upcoming. We have Saturday football. A lot of stuff happening right now. But what's up, my guy? CV? What's up, my dude? How's it going? How's it going? It's been a while. Glad that you are joining in the chat as well. But how you doing, my guy? How's it going?
Doing good, bro. I'm excited, bro. Like playoff football, a lot of these past couple of years we haven't really been like talking about it. So I'm excited how this Bears team can respond after a heartbreaking loss. I don't care. I know you said in my video that it wasn't a heartbreaking loss, but it was a heartbreaking loss because you lost to Green Bay. So I want to see how this team can respond from that heartbreaker in Green Bay and go out and beat the Green Bay Packers at home. So I'm excited how this team can respond, man. This is gonna be a playoff type game in Soldier Field. I'm excited for this game. I'm gonna be watching it at home, but shout out to the fans that will be going to that another freezing cold game in Chicago.
Is it
So
actually freezing? Let me
I think
check.
it's gonna be cold, man. I
No,
think it's gonna
I
be
think it's
cold.
like gonna be a normal weather. It's not gonna be. It's gonna be cold, but it's not gonna be Browns Bears cold. I think, but you never know. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I mean, there's a lot of stuff implications when it comes to Chicago Bears, but mainly, um, especially this matchup against Green Bay. We'll probably talk about it a little bit more. But if we win this game, and I think it's the Lions lose to the Steelers,
Yeah,
we're automatically in the playoffs. And it's also the same thing if the Packers win and the Lions lose, they're automatically in the playoffs. So it's like, but this game means a lot for both these teams. And if the Bears come out on top, like it's gonna be a glorious day in Chicago. Especially since after the Browns game and the Packers loss, we took the North again from the Packers. So we're going to our second game with the number one seed, trying to get that redemption of maintaining the number one seed in the NFC North. That's going to be really huge, especially because if the Rams lose as well, like that's also going to be pretty big, especially for seeding. If the Bears win, the Rams lose, and the Packers lose, well, obviously the Packers lose, but and the Lions lose, that the Bears could potentially be number one seed for all we know. I mean, it all depends on the Seahawks too, but yeah, there's a lot of things going on, um, but yeah, I mean, yeah, Bears win here. Yeah, that the North is going to be tough because we're going to have a 1.5 game lead
yeah.
over the Packers at that point. It's going to be great. It's going to be glorious. Uh, but yeah, we'll get
Mm.
more into the game specifically when we're doing our pick'ems. But before we get into any of this, we're about 16 subscribers away from 700 subscribers. We're inching our way closer to that mark. I really hope we can get there before the new year starts. We have some time. So if you haven't subscribed and you're watching and you enjoy the content and want to support the channel, the best way to do it is by subscribing and liking the video, commenting down below, going into chat as well. Really would appreciate it. Trying to grow this channel and grow this community as well. So, yeah, and also follow the socials down below. But let's get into the pick'ems because,
Let's do it
man,
a little late. Like I was wondering, like let's talk. Like I feel like we should preview this game a little bit because I feel like this is a huge game, man. Like, I mean, in my opinion, bro, this is a big game. I just want to talk about this game a little bit more. Like, this is a big game for Ben Johnson, bro. I mean, I liked how he started off his press conference when he got the job, saying, I enjoy beating Matt LaFleur twice a year. You didn't beat him the first time, but this is a must win, man. In my opinion, this is a must win for Ben Johnson because you got to go out there and win, man. Like, this is a Bears Packers rivalry. This is the first time the Bears actually had expectations and actually met expectations this season, and actually are exceeding expectations by holding the number 2 seed in all the NFC, man. And look, I get it. We're gonna preview the game, but I think, in my opinion, man, if the Bears go out there and lose, this is all the momentum goes away, man. Like the Packers just lost Micah Parsons. They have an injured Christian Watson. They have a lot of injuries on their offensive line and in their defense. You got to go out there, man, and win this game, man. You have to find a way to win this game. You're at home. It's in Chicago. You lost a heartbreaker last time in Lambeau. That's understandable. But you cannot tell me that if you lose 2 games in Chicago, sorry, you lose twice to Green Bay, that it doesn't mean anything. Because look, you won last year, but Packers fans are gonna be like, Jordan Love didn't play the whole game. Okay, well, this year you could say that the Packers and the Bears are even. They're evenly matched teams. If they sweep you, man, they're just always gonna be better than you. So this is a big matchup. Means a lot, and you win this game, you have a chance to win the North. You have a chance to win. You have a chance to legitimately win the North because you'll have the split, and you'll have a 1.5 games on the Packers. So, it's a huge game. I'm really excited, and I want to see how this Bears team, like I said before, can respond, man. Because yes, you had a layup against the Browns. Yeah, like CV said, if we lose here with no Parsons and half their team best players out, we have no business being in the playoffs. I agree. I mean, look, I wouldn't say we have no business being in the playoffs because, I mean, we've done some remarkable things this year. We've beaten the Eagles on the road. We beat the Steelers. We destroyed the Browns that have a good defense, but this game just means a lot, man. This rivalry has not been a rivalry, and if you want to make it a rivalry, you got to go out there and beat the Packers, man. This is a playoff game, in my opinion. I don't know how you feel about it, SoBack, but you got to win this, man. I don't agree with that we have no business being in the playoffs because I still think we've accomplished a lot this season. I definitely think this team can bounce back if we lose to the Packers and go out there and beat the Niners the next week. But that's a tough task because you're on the road there, and then you have a desperate Detroit team week 18. So, let's go handle business in against Green Bay and have a good chance at winning the North. And like Ryan Poles said, and never give it back. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I will agree with you. I mean, it is a very big game. It's a must win. Especially when it comes to the words that not Ryan Poles, Ben Johnson mentioned in his opening press conference. But yeah, I completely agree. Like, if anything, if there's something to take away from this, we were just one bad Caleb Williams pass away from having a chance to win that game in Lambeau. And I know it's like, what if and all that stuff like that. But the fact that it got to that point, especially with a bad half that we had to start off, and I covered this, I previewed this in my video covering about the Bears Packers game and my thoughts on like the keys to victory. And the Bears have to kind of replicate what they did minus the interception in that second half of that Bears Packers game in Lambeau at Soldier Field for an entire game. I think if you do that the entire game and start off like, dealing when it comes to the pass game and, balance out the run game in terms on defense, not always blitz Jordan Love because we know how good he is against blitz and how good he is against man coverage, and he will exploit that. And we saw how that happened in the first half of the last game and in the beginning of the third quarter. Like, he was dicing up that defense. And, capitalizing on turnovers is another thing because we had a major sack from Montez Sweat the last game, and then we had an interception from Gardner Johnson. Like, but we just ended up with 3 and outs because of it. Like, that cannot happen in this game. We have to capitalize on turnovers, find a way to score, whether it's a field goal or whether it's a touchdown. Points have to be scored on drives in order for us to win, especially against a defense without Micah Parsons, like you said. And I think this is a very important game because it is at home, and the Bears, this season have been pretty solid at home. I think our only loss have been
This is
um,
JJ week
just
one.
week one. That's our only loss at Soldier Field, which is insane to say. If you like a couple of years ago, like yeah, it's kind of wild. Like we're a very good home team. Um, Now we're going to be playing against the Packers at home. That's a big test, and a team that's also desperate to make the playoffs, and you know especially with how badly the last game went, they're going to try to find a way to claw their way and kind of rectify or the course of their season. So, and what the best part is as well, and I'm gonna stop my rant after this, but Ben Johnson, we talk about culture, we talk about how he set the tone for the team and how everyone's on the same page. I loved what he said in today's press conference. Like he was asked about how um how important this game is and how if everyone on the team or the roster understands the importance of this game and how are they feeling right now. And Ben Johnson pretty much to kind of paraphrase was pretty much like everyone knows what we have to do. Like no one's panicking. Like no one's like we all are. We know the expectation pretty much. Like we know what to do. Like this is not new territory. It, it's everyone knows their role. Everyone knows what they have to do, and it's a matter of finding a way to win the game and make the playoffs. And at the end of the day, that's just what it has to be. And, that's credit to Ben Johnson and creating a culture, though not perfect. It's definitely in the initial stages of, you know, creating a culture of, trusting your teammates, camaraderie, giving it your all, uh, all 60 minutes in a game. That's just the beautiful part of it. And I think, that's what led us to 10 wins this season and beating teams that we should beat and, struggling a little bit against teams and that are really good and learning from it. That's
Yeah, I agree with you, man. Like I think that there's a lot of positive things to take from the season. And whatever happens on the end of the season, I mean, people can say whatever they want, but this has been a successful season. But I mean, look, if you want to shut the critics, because there's been a lot of there's been a lot of critics about the Bears. If you want to end the same old Bears, you know, beat the Packers, man. You want to make it a rivalry? Beat the Packers. Beat the Packers, man. This is the worst case scenario for Pack. For the first time this season, they have to play a game without Parsons, and they are going against the biggest rival who they pissed off not even 2 weeks ago. I agree with you, man, and that's why I think it's so important that the Bears win this game, man. You got to win this. Like everything on the chips are literally falling for the Bears to win this game, man. It's at home. Vegas doesn't believe in you. Vegas still does not believe in you. The Packers are favored 1.5. The whole world does not believe in you, man. You got to go out there
funny
and
as
win.
well. I saw the ESPN analytics matchup predictor on the ESPN website while I was doing my preview. They presented that the Bears only have a 41% chance to win this game, and they gave the edge to the Packers.
And that's what I'm saying. If you want the media to take you seriously, if you want people around the world to take you seriously, if you want other NFL teams to take you seriously, man, go out there and beat the Green Bay Packers at home and finally make this a rivalry. Because, look, I don't want to bring basketball into this, but Draymond Green, he was asked this question, bro. I remember he was asked about this because I remember the Warriors and Grizzlies, they were big rivals. I'm going to make it short, so it's not to make basketball into this. He was asked, like, is the Warriors Grizzlies a rivalry? He said no. The reason why it wasn't a rivalry is because the Grizzlies never won. Like, to make it a rivalry, you have to win. If you get owned every single time, it's not a rivalry, man. Matt LaFleur has owned owned the Bears. He's owned the Bears. Aaron Rodgers has owned the Bears. Brett Favre has owned the Bears. We could talk about the times when the Bears have owned the Packers. That's ancient history. You finally have a quarterback. You finally have you have your franchise quarterback. Green Bay's had 3 in the time when you have got 1. you finally got your head coach that you believe in, that can build a culture and build a Super Bowl team. Maybe it's not this year, maybe it's not next year, but you have a team that can build and have hope for the fans. Why don't you go out there, shut everyone up, clinch a playoff spot, and beat your biggest rival, and finally make this a meaningful rivalry that people can actually take seriously? Because yes, ESPN is doubting you. 41% at home, and I feel like these teams are even. And the last game came down to a game losing interception. Vegas, even without Parsons, who is their best player, tearing their ACL, still has you as underdogs at home. They don't believe in you. They don't. So the only thing to do is to go on the field and prove that you are that team, and to prove that you are worth betting on. So I think, look, the Bears are disrespected with that line, but it is what it is. You to get respect, you had to earn it. You had to earn it, and you had to prove it. So, look, impressive win when against the Eagles like 3 weeks ago, but you got to go out and beat the Packers, man. This is the biggest game, man, in my opinion. This is the biggest game in Chicago Bears history in a while, man. Let's finally. This is. I don't know, man. That's all I gotta say, bro. I think I'm just saying the same thing. Biggest game, go out there and beat those damn Packers, man. I'm tired of losing to the Packers. Let's go win this meaningful game, man.
What's up? And speaking of the NFC North, we have our regular guest on the show, Nathan, joining us. And we're gonna quickly talk about the Vikings before we go on to our pick'ems. But Nathan, how are we doing, my guy? How's it going?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm glad to be back on the podcast. I'm glad to see you guys.
Sounds good. Listen, it's been it's been a while since we've talked when it comes to football in general. But take us through your thoughts on this Vikings season. Obviously, it was kind of being seen as what can really JJ McCarthy do this season, and it was a very tumultuous season as well. Especially being eliminated from the playoffs at the moment. But do you think that, this is a step in the right direction, especially the last 2 games that you saw JJ play and with his performances? And what are your thoughts on JJ and the outlook for the Vikings?
Yeah, I think to address the first question, I think definitely the season has not gone the way that, us fans have wanted to go. I think that, coming off last season, we had so much success, like with Sam Darnold, winning 14 games, and not seeing that, like, nowhere near the level that we played last year is kind of disappointing from a fan perspective. But we also have to realize that we still do have a young, I think the youngest starting quarterback in the league, who is going to go through those growing pains, who's going to continue to learn and grow in this league. So I think just being able to see JJ grow over this season. It's been a short couple of games. I think he's only played like 6 or 8 games, something like that. But these past 2 games have been fun to watch. This probably been one of the more fun games to watch this season for the Vikings. Picking up 2 wins against two defenses that are not like the best, but just being able to see JJ, I think, grow. I think his accuracy and his layering and his decision making definitely has shown improvement, and just his talent, his arm talent. Those are things that we kind of saw coming out of the draft of things that could make him a very competent quarterback. So I think this season overall definitely has not gone the way that we would have hoped for in the preseason. But I think going out these past 2 games and hoping that JJ can continue to grow and progress and become the quarterback that we kind of want him to become, and to continue to trust in him, and to finish the season strong. Hopefully we see some great ball from him and the rest of the team, and go into the offseason feeling good and feeling like we have our quarterback for the future.
Yeah, I want to touch up on JJ McCarthy like my brother did. Like you said, it's been like a rocky season. He had that crazy moment against our Bears, unfortunately, week 1. You got to see it firsthand. But then after that, it became like rock bottom. Like, people were comparing him to Jamarcus Russell, and there was like literally a graphic of him having like as bad stats as Jamarcus Russell. But then these last 2 weeks, right, he's grown shut out the Commanders 31-0, and then went into AT&T Stadium where the Cowboys played really well and you know defeated them and outplayed Dak Prescott, who was in the MVP race, even though his record wasn't that good. What do you have to see? Like, because I know you like hinted that okay, like we gotta be patient with JJ McCarthy, but look, the Vikings roster right now is a win now roster, right? So what would you have to see JJ McCarthy do to make sure that like as a fan, like okay, yeah, he's the guy, and let's keep building something and hoping for the future in the next year because the Vikings they have a really promising defense. They're not a very young team. They do have some young players, but like mostly they're a win now team. And JJ McCarthy, like you said, is one of the youngest quarterbacks. So do you think there's a chance that the Vikings might go for a quarterback, like like in free agency, or trade for one? I heard the Joe Burrow rumors. Hopefully, it's not true, but that would be great for you guys if you guys get someone like him. Like, what do you want to see in these last 3 games from McCarthy? And do you think the Vikings have a chance to get a new quarterback? If he doesn't play well to your to the Viking standards.
Yeah, I definitely think that there is an opportunity for us to go get a quarterback. I think even if JJ does finish the season well, I think it does seem like a good option to kind of bring someone in to kind of compete for that starting quarterback role. I think I've heard a couple of names. I think I've heard Mac Jones. I've heard Kyler Murray. I've heard certain names that quarterbacks that. I haven't heard that one, but I've heard Mac Jones and Kyler Murray, competent, good quarterbacks. That we've seen this in the past. Just quarterbacks that can come in and compete for that starting quarterback role. I think in order for JJ to kind of solidify it, it would kind of have to be the things that we've seen in these last 2 games, of kind of building off of that, kind of keeping the turnover ratio to a minimum, on being careful with the ball, and also just most importantly getting the ball to Justin Jefferson. We haven't seen that. We need him to win games. If he's not able to get Jefferson the ball, it's going to cause a lot of dynamic issues with the team. I know he's already pretty frustrated. Even if he doesn't show, I know he is internally. So if that keeps on building up, then he may even want to leave or go join another team. So we got to make sure that we get our best players the ball, and JJ just has to keep the turnovers down and just keep building on what he's been doing these past 2 games, and hopefully by the end of the season he'll have a lot of confidence going into the next season.
I think that another thing to kind of consider, and this is kind of going to the comment down below left by CZ here about, yes, it's really fun to, make fun of, the 9 comments and all that and the bad performances and whatnot. But at the end of the day, I think JJ as a quarterback is someone that has to be grown in a NFL offense, and I think him being in a KOC team or led team is going to help with that, but it will definitely take time. And while I did say that, in the earlier on in the season, my predictions that JJ was going to be pretty solid with KOC. I guess I was a little bit too jumped the gun a bit on that because we still have a lot of questions when it comes to, the type of quarterback he will be and type of quarterback he will eventually grow into. And I think that, we have to still have an evaluation period for him because you did invest in a first round pick for him. Especially I think you traded up, if I remember correctly.
Just one spot. One spot, I think they traded.
One spot.
Yeah,
it's not bad. But at the end of the day, it's you had enough faith to draft him in the first place, and trading up one spot in, especially in the first round, can be, especially when it comes to depends on the capital you give, right? It is still a risk at the end of the day, especially for a type of player like JJ and his acumen as well. So I think there is the level of grace period that you have to consider with him. And I think that, maybe next year, especially with one full offseason where he is not dealing with an injury and he's actually fully healthy and has experience in a couple of games to go off with and a couple of, games of tape, this offseason will be pretty solid for him and, probably a growing experience. And then maybe next year with the full offseason, you can kind of truly evaluate him as well. And
Yeah.
going back to the Justin Jefferson stuff, it's like, yeah, the roster is a win now, but that's the thing you have to try to balance here. And I think KOC realizes that, and it's going to be really difficult to navigate in that sense because you have to balance like having grace and having patience for your young QB, but also, understanding that you have a top 3 wide receiver on your roster that wants to win and wants the ball often in order to be successful. And like a roster that is not getting any younger in terms of like Aaron Jones and all that stuff like that.
I have a question though. Okay, here's how I see it, dude, for the Vikings, right? And look, I hate to because their roster itself is actually a really good roster, and I think it's a Super Bowl caliber roster. Just like their offensive players that they have on the team. When you have Justin Jefferson, T.J. Hawkinson, Aaron Jones, Jordan Mason, and they have a pretty good offensive line in Christian Darrisaw and Will Fries. I'm pretty sure there's other players on the roster. I don't know the other ones, but they're pretty good. I don't think that the Vikings can afford a grace period. The reason why I don't think I do agree with CV, calling him a bust is crazy after only a year. Because Jamarcus Russell, he was a bust, but that's because he was lazy and he was terrible. McCarthy, obviously, he's not lazy. He has promise, but my only question for the Vikings is how long do you have, man? To give him time, because the roster it's a win now roster. I get it. Sam Darnold, we have our questions with him, but they were cooking with Sam Darnold last year. They were. And I get it. In the playoffs, when it mattered the most, it didn't come through. But I'm promise you, if they had Sam Darnold this year, I would actually be scared for the North there, because this team could be it's a solid roster. I just think that if I'm Kevin O'Connell, because I think I've heard some rumors that the Vikings general manager might be fired. Don't quote me on that, but I think there's a rumor about that. I mean, dude, at some point, I get it. O'Connell's a good coach, but at some point he has to look at his job security, man. And if McCarthy's gonna keep struggling, he's gonna have to go and get a quarterback. So I do agree with Nathan. Maybe you get someone that can compete with him, like a Kyler Murray, a Mac Jones. Because I think Mac Jones, I joke about Justin Fields. I don't think Justin Fields will work in the Kevin O'Connell sense, because he's an on-time rhythm thrower. That's what O'Connell wants. So someone like a Mac Jones who worked in a Shanahan offense, that could be a really good option. For
it'd be like the Sam Darnold movement. It'd be actually like Sam Darnold.
And Mac Jones,
and
Mac Jones is a solid option. But look, again, I think these 3 games are very, very important for McCarthy, man. If he wants to give the Vikings hope that he's the guy. I'm not saying he has to win all the games, but he has to prove that I can put up good number. I can complete passes to Justin Jefferson. I can run a competent offense. But again, time is ticking because they have a lot of old players on defense. Van Ginkel is not any young. Hargrave is not that young. Jonathan Allen is not that young. Grenard's pretty young, so he's pretty good. They'll probably have him for a while. Cashman's pretty young. But again, these players are not getting any older, man. So if I'm the Vikings, man, if these next 3 games are not that good, maybe you go out there in the offseason and you go and get Mac Jones. And my one thing, and Nathan, I want to ask you, because I did hint on this, what would you give for Joe Burrow, man? Because he's on the market, man. And he does, dude, he would want to play for them because Justin Jefferson was his old receiver. What would you give up for Joe Burrow, man?
But is that real, though? Because I thought that was just, because he was talking about, he wasn't having fun. But is it real that he, actually wants to leave?
There's a chance. I don't think it's real. It's just, it's all hoopla. It's
there's a chance, man. There's a chance.
With how
since he's running things, man, they're gonna lose Trey Hendrickson. If I'm Joe Burrow, I see it. I'm dude, I'm never gonna win in this team. It just they're proving that they're very cheap. They don't care about defense because they obviously paid T. Higgins and Jamar Chase, which was ridiculous, and Joe Burrow. So their defense is not gonna get any younger. They've not proven they can draft studs on defense. You're gonna lose Trey Hendrickson. I mean, I see his frustration, man. I see it, man. And he keeps getting injured because they're not developing the offensive line. You go to the Vikings or some good franchise, I definitely think he can go and do some winning, man. But yeah, Nathan, what would you give up, man? Like if you were the Vikings, bro. Like,
Man, it's hard to say because I feel like you got to involve, JJ McCarthy in that trade, which I feel like it will say a lot about our like franchise that we're just giving up on our young quarterback so easily. But I think in practicality, like I think you have to give him up. I think you have to also give up. I think I saw one trade that was pretty. It looked pretty good to me. It was like JJ, McCarthy, Dallas Turner, and then I think a couple picks. I'm not sure. Maybe like I'm not sure about the picks because I don't know how much
like
they
two
weigh.
first,
But
I think.
I'd be like two
yeah, maybe
first.
like two first and like maybe throw in like maybe a third round too. I'm not sure, but something centered around our younger players that we just drafted because the Bengals could only afford, I guess, those players and maybe take a chance on developing someone like JJ.
Yeah, and you have to
Yeah,
also take on his contract as well because Joe Burrow got paid a massive
bro.
extension 2 years ago as well. So
Okay,
like,
here's my thing with Joe Burrow, man. Here's my thing, man. He's, in my opinion, when healthy, he's number 2 quarterback in the league, bro. He's the second best quarterback in the league. The problem is when healthy, and the best ability is availability. So you gotta, I don't know, if when trading for him, you gotta keep that in mind because he does get injured a lot. But I just think
but
with the
that's
stability,
also like but that's also the Bengals though as well.
yeah, that's what I'm
Like
saying. So like with a
that's
stable
partially due to
offense, with a stable offense, can he not be injury prone? Like that's a big question. But I mean, Nathan, come on, bro. Be honest. If you had the chance to get Joe Burrow for JJ, come on. Like you're doing that. Come on.
I mean, yeah, I think it's like definitely like, as a fan, I like to fantasize, oh, like Joe Burrow on my team, like definitely get excited.
Yeah.
But it's just, man, it's just I feel like as a fan, I'm not ready to give up, on JJ.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it's just like a whirlwind of emotion. Like if we give up, we had a quarter Sam Darnold last year, we have JJ this year, and then we have a Joe Burrow potentially next year. It's like we don't like. It's just I feel like we're desperate. I feel like we don't know like what we're doing. Like we don't have a foundation. Obviously like that place that obviously would be like, hypothetically or practically speaking, to have Joe Burrow on the Vikings would definitely be like a very big threat to the other teams in the conference and in the league. But I just think practically speaking, he has a big contract. I think he's getting paid $50 million a year. We already have like I think one of the most expensive rosters, and he's not had the best history with his injuries. I think it's just I don't know. I feel like it plays better in our head, but then once that actually happens, it might not turn out the way that like we as fans envision. So I think it would only have to take like.
I'll say this, man. If you guys get him, I'm scared. I'm actually scared. Like I'm so scared in the NFC. Dude, NFC North will actually become like the craziest division of all time. If you guys get it,
could be the best. I don't know how good those divisions have been in the past, but
no, I'm just saying like you get like Jared Goff, Caleb Williams, Jordan Love, and you got Joe Burrow. Like
oh god, just thinking about that makes me.
That I actually
thinking
generally
about
think that'll
that.
be the. I think generally that year might be like the year where all of them actually like for the first time actually all of them make the playoffs, dude. Because it's gonna be such a dogfight, and I think every team will just like
cannibalize each other. That division is just gonna cannibalize each other. It's that's the thing about like if all 4 teams are good, that's the rarity of it all because it's like not only because you face each other twice, but also the fact that if you also have beat other teams as well and have records, like that's the only way I can see. Unless you like split, is it possible for every single team to split in a sense?
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, so if everyone wins one game each.
Yeah.
Yeah, then
possible.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, hey, look, he's balling though. So again, these 3 games. Look, if I'm Jason McCarthy, man, you got to go out there and ball, man. Just ball and like you're auditioning, bro. You're auditioning because. I mean, I generally think the Vikings will stay with him, though. I think they will. You have to. Like, I think Nathan's right. You have to stay with them because, and I think, like, look, Common CB said, like, you got to stay with them, man. Like, and if you think that Kevin O'Connell is that good of a coach, he'll make it work.
Yeah.
He'll make it work. Because we thought Sam Darnold, I mean, look, I said Sam Darnold would never work with the Vikings. It worked with the Vikings, and now it's working with the Seattle Seahawks. So maybe Kevin O'Connell is like the next Kyle Shanahan, man. Where if you go in a system and works, it will translate. So, you know what, man? JJ McCarthy, I think he'll work out, bro. I think he'll work out, but hopefully he doesn't torch us, bro.
Well, on to the next segment of this podcast, and that is the pick'ems for week 16. I can't believe we're already pretty much here. It's kind of crazy that I feel like every season goes by so fast. I felt like we just started like a couple of weeks ago, and now we're in week 16. But yeah, first game, Thursday Night Football, Los Angeles Rams, Seattle Seahawks. Who you got?
Oh, you want to do like order Nathan?
Yeah, just do Nathan first and limit like your takes to like 1 minute or like 30 seconds or so.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that Seattle, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think I honestly like this whole season, like I've low-key been kind of rooting against Sam Darnold just because, I don't like obviously like they're gonna talk about, they're always gonna say, oh, we should have kept him. But I'm actually gonna take the Rams here. I'm not even trying to hate. I just think that Sam Darnold kind of in these big games, I think this season, like there was one game where he kind of didn't play well. And I think it was like a big game, like bright. The lights were bright that game, and it was like a big conference game, and he had like 4 picks or something. So I think I'm gonna ride with the Rams. They look hot right now. I think they're gonna do what it takes to beat the Seahawks.
Yeah, Nathan, that game was actually against the Rams, man. So, good catch, good catch. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Seahawks here. I think the Seahawks, they've been rolling. Their defense is really promising. I think this is a Stafford let down game. It's at home too, so I'm gonna ride with the Seahawks.
I'm gonna probably take the Seahawks as well, and that's for the sole purpose of I think that the Seattle Seahawks are due for a win against the Rams. I think they're gonna split. And I have a bad feeling about the Rams. I don't know what it is. I think that they're gonna lose this week. Something tells me they're gonna lose this week. But yeah, that's pretty much my take. It's nothing crazy. I mean Stafford's in the MVP conversation still for my book. So and this will be huge for the Seahawks, but in terms of the 1 seed, it's going to be tough now because both these teams are 11-3, and it sucks that they're both 11-3 because if one had a worse record, it would have been better if that team won. But that means I think the Seattle Seahawks would be the 1 seed, replacing the Rams if they won.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately. But anyways, let's move on to the next game. Eagles at Commanders.
Yeah, there's honestly not really much to say on my part. I think the Commanders' season is basically done. Going against the Eagles, I don't think they're gonna win this game, so I'm gonna take the Eagles.
Yeah, I agree with Nathan, man. Really not that much to say about this game either, bro. No JD5. Yeah, Eagles take this easily.
I would honestly, I'm be real. I'll take the Eagles as well, but genuinely, it would probably be the most like NFC East thing if the Commanders won, just so that they could prevent a repeat a division winner.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like the Dallas Cowboys are eliminated. Basically, they're like 1% chance to make the playoffs. But the only way that could like really work is if like the Commanders somehow beat the Eagles, which I doubt it's going to happen. But it would be the most like NFC East thing if the Commanders won against the Eagles, like genuinely speaking. But I'm taking the Eagles. I think the Eagles are the best one. All right, game. Second says Saturday game, night game actually.
Yeah, biggest game of the year, bro. Come on now.
Funny enough, the Bears are picked the most.
Yeah,
this is a big game, and definitely gonna be watching this game. Probably at your house.
Yes, sir.
Dang, I honestly just want to congratulate you guys on this season. Like, I didn't expect you guys to be this good. Man. You guys have had a really good season. So, but yeah, I think, man, for this game, It's hard, man. It's hard, but I think I feel like with the loss of Michael Parsons, I feel like the team is gonna have to build themselves back up, and it's not gonna take one game to do that. And especially going against the NFC North rivalry team, it's gonna be hard to kind of combat those changes in one game. And I think that this is a game where the Bears, they really want to make a statement for this season and really cap off a really impressive season. They got to win this game to pretty much secure the division, I think, or have a really good chance to win. So I think I'm gonna ride with the Bears actually and have them beat the Packers at home.
Hey Nathan, man, that was great, bro. That was great. That was great. Yeah, I agree with Nathan, man. I mean, obviously, I'm gonna pick the Bears, bro. Like, I mean, look, we were so close last week. I know Caleb can make that throw, so if he just threw it a little better, like we could have maybe won that game. But that's a what if. And you're at home, Micah, like you mentioned, is out. They got a bunch of defensive players out. I mean, we might not have Luther Burden and Rome, but we still have I still believe in our receiving core than theirs. I think we'll pull it out, and yeah, we'll win this game. Hopefully, man. Soldier Field. Let's do it, man. And yeah, and if we win this game, I think we're 1.5 games above the Green Bay Packers. So this is a huge game for both teams. So I got the Bears winning this.
Yep, I'm taking the Bears as well. Yeah, that's pretty much it. You guys covered everything I needed to say. I think that Ben Johnson will have these boys ready, and Caleb knows what he has to do now.
Yeah,
he's a person that learns from his mistakes, so we'll see what happens.
Hey, look, Ben Johnson said he's built for the moments, bro. He's built for these moments.
All right, Buffalo Bills at Browns. Why does this scream trap game for me? Anyways, Nathan, you can go ahead.
Yeah, I agree. I also think it's a trap game. I feel like the Bills just lose all these weird games, or just these good teams always lose these weird games late in the season, and the bad teams always pick up a win. But it's hard to pick against the Bills. If it was any other team, I feel like I would have picked them, but I'm gonna ride with the Bills.
Hey, man, you don't want to ride with the Shadur. I get it, though. I get it. Like, dude, the Browns suck, dude. Like, they can't even give Shadur his they can't even give him the right wristband, man. Like for the play calls, like that's crazy. Stefanski definitely hates Shadur. But I'm gonna go with the Bills, man. I think the Bills actually destroyed the Browns. I actually think it's a demolition, bro. I'm so serious. I think we might see some Trubisky snaps like after this, like during this game, bro.
Let's go.
Like we actually like I honestly like this schedule is so bad for Shadur, man. Like I'm actually like so pissed because dude, there were so many easy games that Shadur could have played this season, and he's like, if you guys look at the Browns gauntlet schedule, it's crazy. So I feel bad for this guy, bro. But yeah, you're playing the Bills. They have a chance to win the East, in the AFC East. They have a chance against the Patriots because they've won last week. So I got the Bills. I got the Bills win this one.
Yeah, I mean, I thought about the Browns winning, but at the same time, same breath, I don't think their defense.
Well, they lost to us 31-3, bro. Imagine the Bills.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what I'm saying,
Their defense, but the thing is, the Bills' defense is not that good compared to ours. Like, thing is, we at least have like turnover differential. They don't really have anything. Like, but I'll take the Bills. As much as I honestly wouldn't be surprised if the Browns won. But at the same time, the Bills are trying to, get to that race between them and the Patriots. They have a shot to win that division and take it away from the Patriots again, which would be nuts. But that's what it is. All right. Chargers at Cowboys.
I'm gonna take the Cowboys. I think they're like they win against these good teams, and it's pretty surprising when they win. I think I think they can light it up. I think they can bounce back from last week. Definitely not a good showing for them. I think they'll come out firing. I think George Pickens have a big game. And I think the Chargers, I I don't know. I don't think they're. I feel like they'll slow down a little bit towards the end of the season. I don't think they're gonna, be like that dominant team that goes out there wins like 11, 12 games. So I'm gonna ride with the Cowboys.
You know what's crazy, guys? Like their odds to win the playoffs, right? Like you said, like if the Commanders win this game, like against the Eagles, if they somehow beat the Eagles, the Cowboys have something to play for, man. They have something to play for. They have a chance, to make the playoffs. They do. I mean, the Eagles just have to lose out, and the Cowboys had to win out. So it actually depends. In my opinion, it depends how well if the Eagles win that game, bro. Because if the Eagles win that, then the Cowboys have nothing to play for. But I'm gonna go with the Cowboys. They're at home. I think they'll win this game. But dude, that's crazy. That's something crazy because their hopes could be gone before they even play this game. So I think that's crazy.
I'm just checking the prediction thing.
Yeah, they lose it. Okay, look at it mathematically. Like they're 9-5, right? If they lose out, it'll be 9-8. The Cowboys will be 9-7-1 if they win out. That's the only way. The Eagles have to miss the playoffs.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm taking the Chargers. As much as I would love to pick the Cowboys, and I think the Cowboys have a good shot too because the Chargers' offensive line is hurt super badly. I wouldn't be surprised if Dallas wins, like in a very fluke manner. But I do think that they have. Shoot. Thing is, the secondary for the Cowboys sucks.
Yeah, especially with Eber Goofy as their defense.
Yeah, he's on the hot seat, high key. He could be fired this year too, because Jerry Jones putting you on notice, you're cooked. You're cooked. But yeah, I'm just gonna take the Chargers. Kansas City at Tennessee.
Yeah, definitely. This season is crazy to see that the Chiefs are not in the playoffs. And it sucks to hear that Mahomes got hurt. As much as we like to joke around about it,
Yeah.
hope that he gets better fast. Hope he heals up. And I think going off that, I don't think the Chiefs are going to be the same without Mahomes. I think Mahomes definitely plays a big role in their team. Gardner Minshew is solid, but I feel like this team is just not looking good right now. And honestly, I think the Titans are due for a win. This will be a funny win too, in my opinion. So I'm gonna take the Titans.
Oh no! Dude, I never thought this day would happen, bro. But damn, dude, Chiefs not made the playoffs. Like it doesn't feel real, bro. It doesn't feel real. But I think the Titans are solid. I think they showed a lot of promise against that Niners team. Dude, do you guys know that Jeffrey Simmons caught a touchdown? Like and he plays defense, man. So
it was beautiful. As a
that's
person that
crazy,
has a lot of Cam Ward stock, that was beautiful.
That's crazy. He's like their best receiver, bro.
At this rate, yeah.
No. Anyways, look, this probably be the last 3 games of Travis Kelce's career, and I'm picking the Chiefs, dude. I can't, dude. Titans are so bad. I can't pick the Titans, dude. I know the Chiefs without Mahomes are terrible, but dude, I'm so serious. This game might be like 9-6, bro. Like, I don't know. The Chiefs, I think, will win this game. Like, make either way into this win, but yeah. Again, it sucks to see Mahomes get injured. I really hope that he recovers, bro, because he's the face of the league, and you want to see the best players play at the biggest stages and play well. So hope he gets better. And I got the Chiefs winning this game.
I'm taking the Titans. I want to see chaos, and I also like Cam Ward. So if there's an opportunity for Cam Ward to win a game against the Chiefs, it's pretty much right now. So
what's crazy, Nathan? Like what's crazy? Like that. That the Chiefs Ravens bet we had, bro. Like.
It's going down to the wire.
It actually is coming down to the wire, bro. It's coming so down.
Oh my god.
6-7 right now, bro. Oh my god. That's why I need the Chiefs to win this game. But yeah.
All right. This is the trash versus garbage bowl. Oh Jesus Christ. Yeah, I feel like the Saints should easily win this one, but what do you think, Nathan?
Yeah, I love my Saints. They're my second favorite team, ironically. But Tyler Shuck, I think he's been like solid. I think he's been okay. And the Jets, I don't even know if Fields is even playing anymore. I just don't think there's any hope or
God.
anything like any spark
They
or
have
anything.
Brady Cook,
I don't even know
undrafted
who that
quarterback.
is. Yeah, I don't
one.
never heard of him. No, I feel like it's just I don't think I think the Jets are like the most chopped team in the league. Like honestly, like I think they just don't have a future, and I don't know where they're gonna go. There's a quarterback situation, and I think the Saints like they're nice, and the Saints defense is always gonna clutch up. So I have the Saints defense getting like 2 picks, and I have them winning the game.
Oh, guys, another L pick for me this year. I thought the Jets would win 10 games, and they already have 11 losses. Like
10 games over like 3 years, bro. Like
I thought, man, I thought my boy Justin Fields can, like, like change it, but not even him can save this franchise. All right.
that
Anyways,
was a stretch.
I thought him and Garrett, it was a cute idea, but we take our L's sometimes. But yeah, I got the Saints winning. I think Tyler Suggs played amazing. I to go back-to-back weeks against the Panthers and the Bucks and ruin their seasons. You're basically ruining their seasons. He's played amazing. Honestly, I feel like he's bought another year. He's bought another year, in my opinion. And with if he keeps stacking up wins, he's bought more years with the Saints, and I'm excited to see what he can do against his. I think he'll have like a 3-touchdown game. And you guys want to know what interesting stat about the Jets? And you guys will think it's crazy. The Bears, right? We have 29 turnovers. The Jets
0.
have 1. No, they have 1, but it was not even in American soil. It was in Europe.
Brother.
They've had 0 turnovers.
Yeah, one of the
This is the team my boy was playing with, man, Justin, bro. I'll just say, bro, the Jets suck, bro. And guess what? They hired one of the hottest free coaching signings when it came to defense in Aaron Glenn. And you're telling me you couldn't get, like, I don't know, bro. They had Sauce Gardner, Quinn Williams, and they just couldn't get anything done. And I agree with Nathan, bro. This team is a dumpster fire. I should never have believed in this team. I should never. And they have no future, bro.
Honestly, I was surprised that they even won 3 games.
Honestly, no. Free Garrett, bro. Free Garrett. That's all I gotta say, bro. Free Garrett, bro.
Yeah, he might. Honestly, Brees Hall too.
And Brees, bro.
Everyone on the team, free them.
And Fields, bro, please. I mean, he's gonna be free anyways. They're gonna cut him, so he's gonna be free.
Yeah, I mean, hey, he made 30 mil. It doesn't matter. So
yeah, dude. Honestly, Woody Johnson just gave this guy money, bro. Like, and it's whatever. But yeah.
Yeah.
Enough with the Jets, bro. Enough with the Jets, bro. Enough with the Jets.
Yeah. Vikings at Giants.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick the Vikings. I actually like Jackson Dart. I think he's pretty good. I like his style of game. He's kind of like what JJ McCarthy, like people are kind of like thinking he's gonna be like or like kind of act like. So I kind of admire his game in that way. But I think the Giants, they're just not that good of a team, and I think that we're on a roll right now. So I think we don't have to play our best game. I think we can just win this game. Our defense can win us this game. I just want to see, obviously we talked about it, but hopefully JJ like continues to show growth in this game. Shouldn't be that hard, but hopefully we win this one.
You play the Packers at the end of the season, right? Like that's your last game.
Yeah, I think so.
Sure.
I think it's I think so. Yeah,
dude,
hey, crazy,
you can win out and be 9-8, and then ruin the Packers' chances of making the playoffs high key.
Oh yeah.
That's what I want to happen.
If JJ McCarthy does that, bro,
respect.
He'll be my favorite player, bro.
I hope that happens.
Mad respect.
No, not my favorite player. Like one of like you'll be like.
Listen, I have right now like
I love him, bro. Even though he broke my heart week 1, bro. He did.
The only two like in our division, it's literally like the Packers annoy me the most, then the Lions, like a very close second. And to be fair, the Vikings like just really don't. Like
no, I disagree. I'm sorry, bro. Vikings fans are so freaking annoying, bro. No, come on. No, Lions. Okay, here's my thing with the Lions.
Lions are the worst now. Now that they have an ounce of success, they literally had an ounce of success, and they think that they're hot shit, bro. Like it's actually annoying.
It reminds me of me, our team, bro. Like we been so bad for so long, and then
we've had more success than they've had in like decades, dude. What are you talking about? Like these guys have been the basement for so long. We've at least had like success.
The Vikings have had like one of the best winning percentages like of all time.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's just they've been very unfortunate. They understand our pain in a sense.
No, and they've had like crazy talent. Randy Moss, like Adrian Peterson.
These got very unlucky. If anything.
Yeah, like they got Sam Darnold, like Kirk Cousins. I'm kidding. Okay.
Anyways,
I got the Vikings too, bro. I got Vikings, dude. Like, dude, like you know how I mentioned how Shedeur Sanders has a horrible like games to like play against. This is so good for McCarthy to like get some tape and like actually get some like stats and like be like show the NFL that I can be a quarterback. Like these are good opponents for him to play, bro. So and you know what's crazy? He's beating he's honestly pretty good against the NFC North. He lost to us, but he beat the Lions and the Bears on the road. So he's had some impressive wins, man. And
if he beats the Packers once, then he would have split with every single person in the division.
Dude, I think he's had 3 row wins against pretty good teams, bro. Like pretty good ones, bro. Cowboys, Packers, Cowboys, Cowboys, Lions, and Bears. That's pretty good, bro.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, and then going to the Giants as well, like
we broke them.
To be fair, they're just trying to maintain that number 1 spot. They're really trying to fight.
Arvel Reese, you are a giant, man. Arvel Reese.
Yeah. What are they called? Tampa Bay. Oh god, dude. The NFC South, no one wants to win that division. Like genuinely speaking, like the Bucks are gonna win it by like default. Like they'll like lose games and they'll be like, oh shoot, we still won the division. Because no one cares for some reason. But
what do you got, Nathan?
Yeah, this division is really, really bad. And honestly, I'm surprised to see the Buccaneers even trying to fight for it, like with the start that they had to the season. But I'm honestly like, I want to see Bryce Young kind of take the division. Like, I want to see that narrative kind of develop. And I think the Buccaneers are a little overrated. I don't even know if people even think they're good anymore. But I honestly want to see like Bryce Young take the division from the Buccaneers. So I want to ride with the Panthers in this one.
I don't think the Panthers are that good though. Like they just lost to the Saints twice this season. You got swept by the Saints, but like I mean I know that the Saints are that good. Like that's your second favorite team, but I got Baker, man. In big games, I'm gonna trust Baker. I gotta trust Baker Mayfield on this game. I think this is gonna be the biggest game of the season. Because these guys are both tied, and tiebreakers are gonna be huge for this. For these teams, so I got Baker Mayfield in the Bucks, but I would not be surprised if the Panthers won this game. It's been a weird season for the NFC South.
I trust the Bucks as well, but I do not trust their defense, dude. Their defense is, oh my god, just so hard to watch. It's genuinely
Todd Bowles is gone, man. He's gone.
Todd Bowles and late season collapses are like they coexist together. Like that's just a thing of like it's like a symbiotic relationship, if anything, when it comes to like that, especially the fact that he won multiple division titles in the last couple of years, and his defenses haven't even been that good. And I think the Panthers, like they already beat them once, the Bucks once, right? So do they?
No. This is the first time they're gonna play. They're playing 2 times. They
haven't played yet.
18. Yeah. They haven't won. This is the first matchup.
I think the Panthers win this one. As much as I hate to say it, I think
from a Baker guy.
Baker, as a Baker guy, I just think the Bucks defense is horrible, dude. Like genuinely terrible.
Like, is Baker up for grabs now? Like, can I be the Baker guy now?
No, I do. Baker is my favorite. Okay, one of my favorite quarterbacks. It's just that no matter what Baker does, I feel like that defense is just gonna let Bryce Young and Rico Dowdle and Chuba Hubbard, Tedero McMillan. They don't even have Thielen anymore. Who was their wide receiver too? Like Xavier Legette. Like they're gonna dog this defense, dude.
Hey,
It's gonna be
all I gotta
bad.
say, bro, is Baker Mayfield has to play better too, though. I like Baker
That's
too.
true. That's true.
You can't throw that pick. I know your defense sold you like 3rd and 28. Like I don't know how they converted that.
That 4th and 14.
14. Like
Yeah.
I don't know how they converted that. But yeah, like Baker, you gotta play better, my boy. You gotta play better.
I mean, you have this game where it's Burrow versus Quinn Ewers, which breaking news earlier today, and not really breaking anymore, but news this morning. Tua Tagovailoa has been benched to pretty much save himself, essentially for the rest of the season because, why add to his CTE any more than he already has?
Wait, guys, let's have a little moment of silence for Tua's career, bro. All right, that's enough. All right, yeah, I think sorry, I had to do it, bro. He's had a great career, bro. But look, I just want to say something about Tua, bro. Like, I think he's an accurate quarterback, but dude, I just ever since his injury, I think he's just playing really scared. Like, and I mean, look, he's had so many head injuries, and this is a physical contact sport.
Can't play in the cold either.
Yeah, I think it's the right decision, man. You got to cut your losses, but dude, the only problem is this freaking contract, man. They can't even cut him.
90 mil dead cap.
Yeah, like you can't even cut him. Like you're screwed. Like the Dolphins are actually screwed. They're so screwed because you can't cut Tua. So you basically have to play him next year, or you have to just have him as your back. He'll be the most expensive backup of all time. Like he will be. I mean, him and Deshaun are like fighting for that, and Kirko, your boy Nathan Kirko Chains, he's also fighting for that too because they gave him all that money and he's a backup.
I mean, at least he's playing. At least,
yeah,
like,
that's
at least
true. That's true.
Yeah,
He's good. He's solid.
Yeah, but yeah. Anyways, I just feel bad for Tua, man. But like at the end of the day, bro, like your play is not being that good, and you lead the league in interceptions, and you're in the same league with Geno Smith. So
yeah, literally. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe Geno. I don't know what Geno's playing this week, but maybe he overtakes it. They're looking like fighting for who can throw the most picks.
Who can contribute to the interception economy? Like that's
dude. I remember like Geno, like he gave us 3 of our turnovers, bro. Like Geno, I remember he's so freaking good. Anyway, Nathan, you go with this pick, man. Who do you got?
I don't know. I feel like with all the talk about the Dolphins, it's kind of ironic for me to pick them, but I'm gonna pick them because I think I'm trying to root against Joe Burrow right now. Just my fantasy life of Joe Burrow, like wanting or requesting a trade. I think this kind of puts a cherry on top of him not wanting to be there, and it kind of makes it a little more dicey, considering the fact that we are in those rumors. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like the Bengals are just, I don't know. I just don't think they're gonna win another game this season, and I think Dolphins I feel like it'll be a low scoring game, honestly. I think Quinn Ewers sneaks it out like low scoring game, like 17-10 maybe, or maybe I don't know. It's like medium score, but yeah.
I'm taking the Bengals.
Let me see who I have in this game. Oh yeah, I did Bengals. Yeah, I got Bengals. Joe Burrow's playing, bro. Like, come on, bro. Come on now.
I'm taking the Bengals because, dude, after getting shut out by the Ravens, they're gonna take all their anger and frustration.
Dude, I generally think it's either Joe Burrow and them put like 40, or like they
just have a mid off.
They they have a Nathan prediction like 17-10 they lose. Like, actually, I'm so serious. It's either one of those, bro. There's no in between. I feel like.
Well, this is a huge game. Actually, this is actually a pretty big game. Like Jacksonville and Denver. This has huge playoff implications in the AFC. Denver already clinched a playoff spot, but for division purposes, like for the Jacksonville Jaguars, like if they beat the Broncos somehow, like that would be nuts in the first place. Liam Cohen.
Can we just give a shout out to Trevor Lawrence though? Like, yeah, he's balling. He's balling, man. And like his last 6 weeks, he's been the best quarterback in the league, bro. Like statistically, he's been the best quarterback, bro. Like, him and Stafford, obviously, but dude, he's been so good, bro. But yeah, okay, my bad. Sorry for cutting you off.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, Jacksonville has been pretty good. Liam Cohen is having this offense humming, and I think the addition of having Jacoby Myers be another weapon for Trevor Lawrence, it kind of opened up the playbook a lot. ETN has been playing really well. Bashal Tuten, with his individual carries, has been doing pretty well. And towards the end of the game, if I recall correctly, like I mean, listen, they played against like the Jets more recently, but at the same time, they won convincingly instead of like a close game. They put the brakes on them, like they beat the brakes off of them. And then Broncos, like they're coming off a big win against the Packers. And Bo Nix has been playing really solid football. The 4 touchdowns for 0 turnovers, and did whatever they needed to do on defense. One of the best offensive lines. I still think the Broncos win, but I think it's going to be a really good and very close game.
Yeah, Nathan, you
go. Yeah, I think I don't. Man, I think like last game, Trevor Lawrence had like 6 touchdowns or something like that, which is crazy to me. And I believe in that team, kind of. But in this game, I believe in them. I think they're gonna beat the Broncos. I don't think the Broncos are like that good of a team to be like 13 wins or like even trying to get to that point of being one of the best, like have the best record. Like I think they're kind of one of those teams that are a little like we have to kind of like see if they're legit or not. I think this game will definitely test them. I think it'll be close, but I think the Jaguars will squeak it out.
So like Nathan, like you think like the Broncos are like the 2024 Vikings?
I guess more like 2022. But
okay, yeah, that's fair. Dude, the Broncos. Okay, the reason why I'm going with Broncos, man, is they haven't lost a game at home in like 2 years, bro. So, yeah, it's been a while since they lost at home. I like the Jags, man. I like Trevor. I think he's been one of the most hated quarterbacks for no reason. I think Leon Cohen's impact has been amazing. I mean, his Duval, chant was amazing. And his culture he's setting there has been great. I like their defense. But again, the Broncos had it's between the Broncos and the Texans who has the best defense in the league. I believe in defense winning championships, and I think Denver wins this game, but it's a close game, like you said. So yeah, I got Denver.
Okay. Sounds good. And now we have the Bird Bowl. Nathan, you want to
go? Yeah, I'm gonna take the Falcons. I think they're the better team. My boy Kyle Pitts, I have him fantasy and one of my leagues, and man, that last game, wow, that was wow, that was impeccable.
Do you know
wow, that was great watch.
Do you know the unfortunate thing that last week I had to face the number 1 seed because I snuck into the playoffs.
Oh, I wish I could do that, bro, but I didn't.
Well, listen, you did not want to beat me because I faced both Bijan Robinson and Kyle Pitts. And in the first game, they dropped 87 on me. Both. Just like my odds went from like 32% to 1% immediately, or like 2% immediately. And I'm like, dude, what? I had no chance after the first game, and like we haven't even started. I just sat down. Like, what do you? Oh my god! And now I'm facing the number 2 seed now after losing. I'm like, I hate it here.
And Nathan, I'm just saying, bro. Like, I respect that you have multiple leagues in fantasy, bro. But I beat you, in the losers bowl. Losers, losers.
I know. I was looking at that, and I did well. I feel like my team did well.
No, our team, like, it was actually like one of the best matchups, bro. Me and you, but
yeah, and we're not even in the playoffs, and we had like one of the most points.
Like, dude, you were like 6-8. I was like 5-9. I don't know what happened this season, bro.
I don't know.
That's for another day, man. But yeah, so I feel bad for you, man. I feel bad for you, brother. That's tough, bro. Because Kyle Pitts going off, it's like a rarity. So, it had to happen against you, but it sucks. But Nathan, you said Falcons. I'll agree with you on that one. I think Falcons win this game. I think Kirk is. I just think the Cardinals are dead, bro. Like they need a quarterback, bro. Honestly, tank. Like if I'm the Cardinals, I'm tanking, bro. Like I got no future. Kyle Murray's gone, bro. So it's tank for a quarterback and get Marvin some help, bro. Please, dude. This guy has nobody to throw the ball to, bro. Yeah. Wasted potential right now, bro. Because like he's not getting the ball.
Now this is the game. I really hope, dude. I asked Aaron Rodgers already once, to beat the Packers, and he did not listen to me. and he lost badly. Now I have to rely on this fraud again to beat the Lions. As much as I really want that to happen, I can't get myself to do that. I think the Lions are gonna win. That's the sad part. Is like the Lions are just way better than the Steelers, and it's like even though the secondary is so awful this year, like that high power offense against that overpriced defense that's kind of washed. I don't know. I don't trust it.
Yeah, you got it, Nathan.
Yeah, I agree. I want obviously I want the Steelers to win, and I think I have obviously as Vikings fan, we're not making the playoffs, and the Lions are kind of on the ropes too. They might not make the playoffs, and I feel like as Bears fans too, I think they could. If they win out, they could like theoretically win the division, right? Or it's like a possibility.
No, they could just make the playoffs.
No, they can't make they can't.
Oh, they can't win the division.
It's just between us two now.
I mean, they have a chance, but everything has to go right. Like we have to. I don't think so. I don't think they can.
I think we would have to lose out, but we can't. You can't because Green Bay or us has to win one of those.
Yeah,
we're facing.
So they're like a wild card.
Okay, so they're fighting for a wild card. Yeah, I don't think the Steelers are going to beat them at home. I think the Lions are going to bounce back from last week's game. I think they're going to try to fight for the playoffs. Like I just don't see them like losing 2 straight games. Yeah, I think they're going to bounce back. I think the offense has a big game and they get back on track.
I got Aaron Rodgers winning this game, man. I got Rodgers doing it, bro. I think Tomlin, ever since he was getting chanted in his home stadium to get fired, the Steelers have been a different team, man. They've been playing a lot better. I think the Lions defense is not that good. I think Aaron Rodgers is gonna be able to throw the ball all over this team. Give me the Steelers to win this game. The Bears will win on Saturday. The Steelers will win on Sunday, and the Bears are going to the playoffs, man. The Bears are going to the playoffs.
Oh,
let's
boy.
get it, bro.
That'd be nice. That'd be so nice.
Oh, do you guys pick? If that happens, like if the Lions lose?
If the Bears win and the Steelers win, the Bears
we clinch playoffs. Not division, but we clinch playoffs. We clinch playoffs.
Wow. Oh shoot.
We can do it before. And then the next 2 games would have to be just for seeding. That'd be the best case scenario.
Wow.
Hey Nathan, your boy right here, Texans, bro. This is your like your 3rd team, bro. So I'll have to go first for this one, bro.
I mean, hey, I like CJ Stroud. I wouldn't say I like the Texans, but I like CJ Stroud. I like that. They picked it up. I think they started like 0-3. I love to see that their team has picked it up and like kind of turned the tide. And their defense is playing spectacular. I think I think we discussed earlier, like top 2, top 3 defense in the league, and they're playing arguably one of the worst teams in the league, one of the worst quarterbacks in the league. So I think it'll be kind of maybe like a manslaughter in a way, but I think they'll pick up a big win. Like 20, I think it'll be like 20-point differential in the score.
Yeah, they did that last week against the Cardinals. I say why not against the Raiders, who just lost 31-0 against the Eagles on the road. Yeah, I got the Texans destroying. I think CJ Stroud will have another 4-touchdown game. Yeah, I got the Texans destroying this team, man. And I think hot take here, man. I thought I'll never say this, man. CJ Stroud's winning the AFC, bro. I think the Texans are winning the AFC. I think the Texans are that damn good. They broke the Chiefs. They broke the Chiefs. That game broke the Chiefs, man. They eliminated the Chiefs. Like, I think that the Texans can beat anybody, man. They're that damn good. When you have that good of a defense, all CJ Stroud has to do is become a game manager, and they can win. All he has to do is put up 22 points, and they'll win, bro. That's how good their defense is, bro. I'm taking that defense against any other team in the league. Maybe Caleb beats them. I don't know after that sunny moment, but yeah, I got the Texans winning this, bro.
Yeah, not much else to say. I got the Texans winning. If you want a free bye week or if you want a free win, just play the Raiders at that point. Like that's
it wasn't
honestly,
free when we played them.
It wasn't free back then because it was actually they had something to play for. Now it's like they're dead, so like they don't care.
So we had to win with a block.
Yeah, of course we did. Yeah, like the Ravens Patriots at Ravens.
Oh, dude. Oh God. Oh God. If the
Hmm.
Ravens actually win, I'm actually screwed in the bet, bro. I'm so screwed. I got Patriots. I got Patriots winning this game. They need a bounce back game. They blew a 24-7 lead against the Bills. Give me them to have a bounce back game and get back on the winning column and get one step closer to clinching the AFC East. So give me the Patriots. And the Bills, listen, the Ravens have just been terrible this season, man. Like, I mean, like they've been playing decent ball and then they'll play bad ball. Like they've been inconsistent. I won't say they're terrible, very inconsistent of a team. So going with a more consistent team. But again, people can argue Patriots, had they beaten anybody that good other than the Bills that one time in week 4, had they beat anybody good? Because I'm not really counting the Bucks anymore. The Bucks are like 7-7. So the Ravens, this could be a big test for the Patriots. So they're pretty unproven, but I'm still gonna go with the Patriots.
I'm gonna take the Ravens. I think that this is a opportunity for them to kind of, change the tide of the season. Going up against a really good opponent, and the last Sunday night football game that they played against the Bills, it definitely did not go their way. I think they're gonna see this as an opportunity to kind of prove themselves again to the world. So I think Lamar kind of turns the tide. I think he comes out firing. I think he has a big game. I think Derrick Henry gets their ground game going, and I think the Patriots are kind of, they're kind of being tested right now, and I think that they'll lose this one to the Ravens.
I have a feeling the Ravens are going to win, but it will be a close game. I think that the Patriots are going to be
Fair.
up against a pretty solid defense, even though it's been very shaky. But I wouldn't be surprised if the Patriots win, but I think the Ravens will win.
Can I ask you guys a question real quick? Are you guys like believers in the Patriots? Or
I kind of am. It's like hard to gauge. I don't know. I feel like they have to play more opponents, like high caliber opponents, for me to
Okay.
really like truly gauge them. But as
How
far
about
as
you,
I
Nathan?
see, they're doing fine.
Yeah. How about you, Nathan?
Um, it's iffy. I honestly think they're one of those teams where I could see them losing in the first round or just winning one game and then losing. Like I don't think they're gonna
Yeah.
make a big deep run, especially because they're new and they're young, and this is all new to them. They're facing a lot of tough opponents, a lot of tough defenses in the AFC. Yeah, I think Drake May is solid. I think he's a really good quarterback, but I think that it's just too young, and the team's too young. He's too young, so I think he needs to lose this year, and then next year kind of like know what
That's
it's
fair.
like, and he'll be more prepared.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
All
fair.
right, let's do a quick fire round for this one, and then we'll call it an episode because we're way above the 1 hour part. But
Yeah.
Colts, San Francisco at Colts.
Oh yeah, I got the Niners. I got the Niners.
I got the Niners as well.
I really hope, bro. Philip Rivers, please just win this one, bro. But I got the Niners. I got
Yeah.
the Niners, bro.
Fair enough. Well, we went through all our picks.
What an episode, man.
Yeah, that's gonna do it for today's video and this episode. I appreciate you, Nathan, for joining us as well. Thank you guys again so much for watching. Again, we're at almost 16. We're 16 subscribers away from 700. So if you enjoy the content, feel free to hit that subscribe button, like the video, and comment down below your predictions and follow the socials and everything down here and down in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, we'll see you guys in the next one.